Welcome to the Mind Fuel Chakra 30-day series, where we're going to balance, energize, and bring vitality to the chakras. Make sure you're subscribed and don't forget to like and comment. Let's dive in. Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 21 of the Mind Fuel Chakra series. So we are now at the 7th chakra that we're going to work with for the next 4 days. And that is the Crown Chakra, or Sadhisara in Sanskrit. So let's dive in and talk about the essence and the things that could be blockages or are balances when it comes to the Crown Chakra. So let's dive in. So the Crown Chakra is located at the top of our head, in our crown. And as babies, this is the sensitive part of a baby when they say the sensitive part. And now we know why. And as I mentioned in, I believe, the video when we were working with Ajna, is that babies are connected to source, connected to the divine. And that's why that area is so sensitive, because they are in direct alignment for at least a year or two, if not longer, depending on just the upbringing and the household and the people involved and all the things. So working with the 7th chakra, our crown chakra, this is where the mystical, the spirituality comes into play, because now we are in direct alignment to source, to God, whatever idea, word you use to connect to that divine higher power. That's where we get to be connected to that power. And this area can be blocked as well when we are delusional or confused and not knowing, or even depression, because we are not connected to the wisdom, to divine source. So when we have that part of us balanced and open and expanded, we are able to just have wisdom. And, they say that wisdom comes with age, but if babies are connected to divine source, all of us, when we were born connected to that source, then that means we're also connected to this wisdom. So the minute that we start to have any experience, we're connected to the wisdom. And not just the experience of our human self, right? But we're connected to the divine wisdom that we all have when we're born. And that's what we're working towards when we start working, doing the inner work, is to bring ourselves back to that wisdom. So not only the wisdom that we gain from our experiences on this human journey, but just the divine, collective, all-knowing wisdom. So when we're in balance, we're connected to that wisdom. So how do we get connected to that wisdom? Well, one, we had to work and balance all the chakras so that it was easy to flow up to divine, right? We had to start from the bottom and work our way up, which is life, right? If you think about it. So I encourage you, if you can, throughout these next 4 days, is to go into stillness, into meditation. So there is a meditation that goes with this chakra, just like all of the other chakras and meditations. But if you can, just allow yourself to just sit in stillness. And you can look for meditations. I have meditations here on the channel, explore other meditations. Or if you just want to close your eyes and go within and just see what comes up. See what wisdom goes in to you, right? Thoughts are going to come up, right? We know this in meditation. So let the thoughts come and let the thoughts go. And then there's this moment in meditation that true wisdom comes, just insight, perspective, something that's just different than this average knowing, right? The common sense or whatever it is. So I invite you for these next 4 days to just be in stillness. Close your eyes, breathe, meditate, and go into nature doing this. Maybe be under the sun or under the moon, under the stars, right? Connecting with the cosmos, connecting now with all the spirit gods, as it was being called in the oracle deck that we're going to work with soon. So this is the moment to really connect with divine and let the wisdom pour in to us. So with that said, let's go ahead and see what message. So the color that is usually associated with the crown chakra is more of like a very light violet purple. With the ajna, it was a deeper purple, very close to the blue, right? If we think about the rainbow, there's that really light, pretty violet purple, but it also can be associated with neutral colors like white or even gray. So the creator of the Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck chose gray as the color, as a neutral color. So neutral colors, because now we're just so high up, right? That it's just so clear. So let's go ahead and see, as we shuffle the few cards that come with the crown chakra, our seventh chakra, thinking about spirituality, thinking about divine source. And what that means for us, that means something different for all of us. And it really just means connecting to a higher being. And that's, it could be an association with religion or not. Like, there are no rules to this. It's what works for you, what connects best with you, and that can change over time, or that can stay with you forever, right? If you were born into a certain religion and you feel very confident that's your way of connecting to a divine source, and that's okay, or it can change. Maybe exploring that. So it's really just about connecting to whatever form of divine source resonates with you, to receive that collective wisdom, to receive how to be in bliss, how to be in authentic stillness, not forced stillness, not forced aloneness, but one that you choose, one that you embrace, one that you carve out time for. And so if you did this series alone, you've already started working on this idea of being alone, of being with wisdom. Again, as I've mentioned throughout the series, these chakras are all interconnected. One cannot work without the other, and there is some intertwining of how they work together. So the minute we decided to work with our chakras, the minute we decided to balance them and learn and go deeper with them through the oracle decks, through our chanting, through our meditation, we were already saying to divine source that I want to open up in that area. I want to receive the wisdom. Oh, geez. Okay, so we got 3 cards that pulled. I'm trying not to look at them because they faced up at me. So I'm going to shuffle them around. And so Spirit really wanted to share. So we'll see if feeling called to just do our one card for timing, and because of the journal prompt, it's nice to just work with one, but maybe we'll pick pick one of the other cards as well. So let's see. Just where am I being called? Okay, right here. All right, let's see. Creation. This is beautiful. Creation. I see a beautiful goddess. Happy. I see she's holding, I don't know if that's a crystal or an orb, but it looks like it's like creating something, right? It's in her hand, but it's creating this smoke. It's creating air. I don't know, right? Like, what do you see? What comes up for you? She's in nature. She seems at peace and free. Creation. Creation's always a nice one. So let's see what this card is wanting to share with us deeper. Oh, she's a shaman. The story is called She Shaman. I will guide you to your muse. In a time before history, She Shaman walks the earth, bestowing artistic talents on a select few. One day she rests under a birch tree. Hey, says Birch, I want my muse too. Birch entertains She Shaman for a long time, singing and telling tales. She Shaman smiles. My great friend, you have had your art all along. She vows that from then on, she will give everyone their own gift. To this day, She Shaman has never left us. We see her inside every creative work. And the inspiration to go deeper is, your path is an artistic one. Express your love in a tangible art form. It is time to make decisions. Wow. It is time to make decisions. Some other key ideas or points here is you could be opening up to magic. There's a lasting transformation, the divine feminine, which we just worked on last month. Awakening creativity, finding your muse, owning your gifts. Some other keywords is creativity, muse, and magic. And I feel like in this series, we were prompted to think about our gifts. And now it's really making itself seen, is to claim our gifts. Open to magic. And being that, being open to magic is like almost the same thing as being open to miracles. Being open to just all the things that can be, divine feminine. Of course, when you think about creation, divine feminine is so important because the feminine, the female, the woman creates, right? She brings life into this world. So maybe being called to connect with your divine feminine. If you didn't do the divine or the feminine awakening series, maybe go in and see the 31 videos that I posted. And it doesn't mean you do the whole series. Maybe you just see which ones are starting to, resonate. Maybe the meditations or the Kundalini yoga or the journaling. There's Oracle in that one as well, completely different deck. So maybe being called to work more with the divine feminine. Just being aware of your gifts. Again, our gifts are such a telltale sign of what we're here to do while we're here to do it. And our gifts aren't always what we do as an occupation or career. It could just be the way that we serve. It could be something that allows us to be playful and connect with others, right? A hobby, like joining a band, right? It doesn't mean you get money. You just do it to play the instrument, to be with the other artists, to connect with the community. And it could be for church, right? It could be just to get together and have, garage jam sessions or backyard parties or, whatever that is for you. So really honing in on the gifts. And sometimes our gifts can be the career path, the way that we make a living in this world. And here's the thing too, is that we don't always just have one gift. We might have multiple gifts. So how do they all get to play? Maybe one gift is our way of just being of service. Maybe Our other gift is the hobby. And maybe the other third gift is the way that we actually make money, the way we make a living in this world, right? So being aware of all the gifts that we have that are within us. And the more that we connect with these gifts, the more we're able to really have this fulfilling life and really being connected to source. Because when we actually allow ourselves to embrace our gifts, play with our gifts, use our gifts, there's no other way to be connected to source, because that is what source gave us, those gifts. And when we use our gifts in a way that no one else can. There's so many singers, artists, painters, architects, speakers, photographers, right? I'm just thinking, writers, authors, journalists, all the things. The list goes on of these things, right? But no one does it the way you do it. No one speaks the way you speak. No one draws the way you draws. No one plays the guitar the way you play it. All the things. So really honing in on the gifts. And I love that. So let's go ahead and journal. Go a little deeper. We'll do this for about 2 minutes or so. What do I need to see in order to claim my own gifts? All right, my friends, 2 minutes is up. But as you know, continue journaling throughout these next 4 days. Because if you don't know your gifts, or if you've hidden your gifts, it might take some time to uncover again what those gifts are. So be okay with that. It's okay if you didn't come up within 2 minutes, right? Maybe you just weren't sure. Maybe you wrote some things down, but are those the gifts? Or are those the mass gifts that someone put on you that said, you should do this, you could be good at this, instead of the ones that are yours, your actual gifts? So take some time. And this is a perfect combination with this idea that I also encourage you to meditate, be in stillness, because if you're not sure what the gifts are, the meditation and the stillness will allow you to start to uncover them and reclaim them again. So please share in the comments if anything came up that you would like to share. Anything about our card with the shaman, the idea of creation, the idea of the story, the journal prompt. And for the next 2 days, now that we have come to the final, oh no, take this out, sorry. And after the next 3 days of working with the crown chakra, we're going to do some Kundalini yoga to put all of this work together. So I'm super excited for the next few days as we continue to work with the crown chakra and then put all this work together to put a nice little ribbon at the end of the series. So thank you so much for showing up for you today. And I can't wait to see you back here tomorrow for another Mindful Chakra series working with our crown chakra. Namaste. If you enjoyed today's practice and you're not yet part of the Mindful Motion community, subscribe today for more daily mindfulness.